If you don't get in the game of homeownership and you rent in your 20s and you rent in your 30s, you're gonna turn around in your 40s and having not built any net worth.
Am I not better off renting and investing in the stock market versus buying a house?
I wanna bust this myth, because what happens is people come on and they go, the stock market over the last 20 years has averaged over 10% annually. People go, the returns are better in the stock market than in real estate. Yeah, but that's not apples to apple comparison. Why? When you buy a piece of real estate, when you buy a home, people don't typically pay cash for their first house. They put down 20% and they borrow the other 80%. Take a $200,000 home. You put 40 grand in. $200,000 home goes to $400,000 in 10 years. This has happened to so many people in the last 5 years. So they've made $200,000 in profit. They didn't put in $200,000, they put in 40. So they got a 5 times return on their down payment. They go to sell their house, they don't pay taxes on the gain. Because when you own a home, at least in the United States, you own a home for over 2 years, if you're single, you get $250,000 in tax-free gains. If you're married, you get over $500,000 in tax-free gains. You get tax deductions on the mortgages. So what happens is people come here and they go, you know what? You shouldn't be tied down. You need to be flexible when you're young. You don't want to have the responsibility. And you should take the extra money and you should put it in a mutual fund. And you know what happens in the real world, Stephen? People don't do that. They rent an apartment that's nicer than what they can afford, and they spend all their money. And then they turn around in their mid-30s and they have no equity because they haven't bought anything, and they also haven't saved money. It is an absolute freaking myth that people take this extra money that they could have used to buy a house and they're gonna put it in the stock market. They don't do that. Certain influencers that are out there promoting the idea that renting is better than buying a home. And when you look into why do these people promote it, either A, it's a shtick because it gets them clicks on the thumbnail, B, they're selling something else. They're trying to get you to invest in their real estate. They're selling you in a coaching program. They're selling you, to come to their live event. But I'm telling you, when you look at average Americans, I'm talking about ordinary Americans, when you look at where their wealth is, it's in home equity and it's in the stock market.